But I do want to talk about this conditional expression. This one here is very handy. Okay, the conditional here. So it takes the expression and then followed by a question mark, and then you have the true part and the false part. This one here is, I'm not sure if you ever used Excel. If you've used Excel before, they have a similar function in there. Okay, you can have it's like a nested condition inside each of those loops. What that means is that the first part, so the actual syntax would be like, you have the condition here. Okay, you test the condition. That could be like if A is equal to B or not, right? And then you put a question mark after that. This question means test this condition. So you test that. If it's true, then this is the true part. Okay, the first expression here is the true part. You separate that by the semicolon, and then this is the false part. Okay, it will return that to you. Okay, so usually again you will do something like result is that, right? So you say the condition could be something like, let's do this example here. Let's just say let result is equal to, you can do something like A equals B or not. Okay, if A equals B, if that is true, then say return the text true, else return false. And you can put anything that you want. You can have return another object, another variable, it doesn't matter, and those will be assigned to the result. So in this case, what should it be? What's returned? Is it true or false?
True.
True, right? So you get true after you display it. Okay, so the result is now true. Okay. Yeah. And so this part here can be nested, both of these. So I could do something like this. If A is equal to B, that is true, then I can do another expression in here. I can say if A is greater than 1, right? If that is true, then again, true part, right? And then else, false part, oops, and then the false. So you can see it gets confusing now. But really, this is like the inner part. This one here, this is the inner. This whole thing here is the truth part, and that is the false part. Okay, so if I put it here is A greater than B, then I should get a false, right? I should, and let me just remove this one so we can just see the result right away. So I get a false because this is not true, so therefore this whole thing is not executed. Okay, so it returns the outer false part. Now if I do, again, if I say A equals B now, right? So it checks that, that's true, so it's going to run what's in here. So first it does another conditional test. It's A greater than 1. A is 1, so it's false. So it's not going to do this. Instead, it's going to do the false part. So it should return false part. Okay. So it goes inside, and you can go out as you want. It gets confusing. Okay. So this is very useful only if you have just a simple test like that. If you have more than that, I don't recommend using it because it gets quite confusing. And that is the same as saying what? Fn, right? Yeah. So let's go back here. This part here, just say, this is just same as saying if A equals B, right? Then it's a result is true, else result is false. Okay, it's exactly same, except you rewrite it in a shorter way. Okay, so and then the other one is nested inside here. If it's true, then you go in here and then you do another expression inside, and that's how you have this two parts. Some people like to do that because they think it's cool, but it's also confusing. If you want to challenge yourself for fun, that's fine. But I don't recommend it in the when you do your code. Okay, so that is the conditional operator, and sometimes it's called the ternary operator. So you have the binary, and then the binary would be like just you have 2 equals 2, right? So let me just get all these terminologies here. So the binary is like A equals B because you have 2 operands. Okay, these are your binary operators. You have the ternary, so we just saw that, right? A equals B, and then C else D, right? That's ternary. And you have the unary, and then these are, we just did earlier, plus B, and then B minus minus. Okay, it's just one operand itself. So you have a unary, binary, and then ternary.